I'm not going to say where because the AI is going to come and find me. So I'm not going to tell you where my stop is, but I was pretty damn close to getting stopped out here on top of where we're now trying to go back for that run towards $2. I might just have to put it on my second screen over here, but I want to use my second screen solely for bowling in case we go to that 230 area. Here comes the volume for Tupperware. Nice little buy volume just came in. A wall of just green, no real yellow came in on there. So that's not really that bullish for me because I want to see people getting aggressive, punching above the ask and showing that they want to take higher prices than the market is currently offering for them. Just like that. Look at the wall line coming in. Push it to $2, baby. New high day incoming. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be $2 incoming. We're gonna see a possible break of $2 here. There's some size on that ask. Let's see if we can. Oh, there's actually looks like an iceberg. Looks like a wild iceberg has appeared, and they're gonna take out that iceberg, and they're now running to the upside. We're now getting $2 break. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. How high can we go in this position? I have no clue, but we are long.
Attaboy, Bradley. I love it. You're in a good mood today. I like that. That's important. All right, here we go, baby. T-Doc headed south. This break 17. That's the end of the trade. But I want to talk about Baba. Shout out to the chat for pointing this out. Baba really trying to go here. Held VWAP quite nicely. Now it's reclaimed 27. 97.54 in the high. What's up, baby? What do you got? Oh, Tupperware is going. So,
Send it. The stock is absolutely going, baby. Just like I said, trading is not everybody's on it. This stock might just halt today. Let's see the halt income in. 50% up on the day.
Nice.
Tupperware is going. I wish I had some real balls and took some actual size on this trade because man, this stock is going up. What a time to be a trader. They said summer would suck.
No.
Summer ain't sucking at all so far, ladies and gentlemen. Summer's hot. What is it? Hot girl summer at the moment. I'll tell you that. It's hot girl summer. It's hot stock summer. We're having a lot of fun with these markets. Taking some more size over there. Let's see if we can hold the last 50% of our size over here for a bigger move to the north side. And my stop, I'm going to throw my stop back in on this position. So Sharif, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good trade, Brad. Breaks of 208. Here comes the squeeze, possibly, man. There it goes up again. Shout out to everybody taking Tupperware. Let's find a little bit about this stock. What's the short flow? Where's my window? Okay, there it is. Let's bring it in. This is Flow Checker because for some reason, Trade Ideas isn't working today with Flow Checker. So nice short flow on this. Okay. Between 22, 23 to 27%. That's about a quarter of the float. That's pretty good for a short flow. So you could get a nice squeeze off this stock. Let's see what the daily is quickly again on this. Yeah, this is the one that's a former runner and started on Monday, right? So this one we got levels on this one to head up. Good trade there. What else is going on? Boeing back in action. Is that a new high a day that it just made there? Not quite, but we are very much near high a day, right up at that 229.50, 229.69, the high a day on Boeing. So Boeing continued to head north, 7% for the good now on the airline manufacturer. Let's see what else the chat is up to.
Oh, the Dumpskis are here now, eh?
We got on top.
It's dumping now, yeah. So taking some profits. This is why you protect some profits. Now getting back slightly under $2, and we don't have too much left. Thankfully, we did take most of our size out on the higher end of the swing over here. Let's see if we can get back above $2. I also want to throw my stop back out again because we removed the stop. Tupperware, bang, 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 boop, 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 beep, beep, beep. And the stop is back out there. Now we just let the trade play out, right? We basically have a stop at break even. We let the trade play out. Let's see what happens for if there is a bigger move over here. I was expecting we did not get a halt on the stock, sadly. Did you get to see how much the actual float was on the stock?
The actual size of the float?
Yeah.
That's easy for me to find. I can look at it on my platform here. Company profile, that 40 million shares, 39.5.
40 million shares.
Slow.
Is that like that's small, right?
It's not micro, but it's small.
That's haltable.
I mean, I don't know if it would halt because of the float. I think the short float here is at 25%. It's not bad.
Well, like if someone comes in and buys in 40 million worth of shares, then of course it's got a halt upside, right? But no, that's a lot of money over there. $2 stock over here, ladies and gentlemen. We're back above two. Tupperware has been a good ride to the north side so far, but here comes Boeing near 230. Let's see what happens with Boeing. I do want to have that order for the 230 break in case it works out good. If it doesn't, then we just take a quick little fat loss on that and walk away from it. We already had a great day on Boeing so far. We don't want to give back the day, so let me just get my stock to the downside also ready in case this trade ends up being sour. I'm gonna have to give it about 20 cents of risk. And how much size do I plan on taking? I gotta take more size than that. I gotta stop being a baby.
Pete Fanatic saying, y'all gotta throw some maple syrup on them fires, son. Wildfire smoke got air poop in Chicago. Yeah, I mean, I looked outside today too, and looked a little hazy. I'm like, do we still have this wildfire problem? I didn't really hear too much about it on the news.
I think it's like Greece right now. I know
Greece is having an issue. No, but like he's saying that the air quality is bad down there because of the wildfire. Are we still having wildfire issues, guys, in northern Ontario and Quebec? BC's the one that's having. That's not going to come this
BC's
way,
having like floods now. Like
that's
or
Eastern
Halifax,
Canada.
I think.
Yeah.
Halifax is like having floods now, which is insane.
Well, anyway, okay. T-Doc headed south. I think I'm like 4 or 5 pennies away from getting stopped out here at the break of my 17. So this one may be giving up the ghost here. We'll see what happens. There it is. I'm going to get stopped out. And that's the end of the trade for T-Doc. Ends up being profitable. We do give obviously some money back as it retraces off its high at 80. Took some out there top wick, but that's it. That's the end of the trade for that. But I'm very pleased with this trade, especially having gotten in late. I was still able to extract some money from this bad boy. All right, let's talk about some other stuff we haven't looked at today. We haven't looked at energy. We haven't looked at airlines or banking. Let's see how they're doing. Energy's flat, down 0.5%. The CL September contract, the oil, down, like I said, 0.5%. We closed out yesterday about 79 and a third. We're at about 79 and 2/3. We're about 79 and a quarter at the moment. The energy stocks are mixed. Some green, some red. Airlines, mostly green, but Hawaiian. Shout out to Hawaii. Hawaiian Airlines up 5.8% on the day. Did they report? Yes. Reports results for the quarter ended in June. What did they do? Hawaiian Airlines reported quarterly adjusted loss of 47 cents per share for the quarter. The mean expectation for analysts, they were looking for 61 cents, so they came below, which is good. Revenue rose 2.2% to 706 million. That was above analyst estimates of 698. They reported an EPS for the quarter of a loss of 24 cents. The mean there was lower than 8% lower than what analysts were expecting. When I wrote this airline, I took this from LA to Honolulu. They're actually really good. And they're one of the only airlines I've seen actually do like live advertising using the flight attendants who actually, have the product, they're displaying it, they walk around the aisle showing it off. So it's very interesting. They have a lot of advertising on there, whether it was on the in-flight entertainment or whether it was the flight attendants, which I found really interesting because I've never seen an airline generate income like that using flight attendants, which is important because if you know the airline industry, you know that the margins there are quite tight. So, interesting look for Hawaiian today, up 6%. Let's look at the daily to see how Hawaiian has been doing. Much like most airlines, it's been doing well lately, starting mid-May, but on the year, still obviously down. And the chart is quite ugly. Going back to October 2021, the daily is not that great. It did reclaim the 200 period here, and it's above it at the moment. So maybe that is, we'll see if this is the start of something new for them. You have the 50 period also approaching the 200 period here. Maybe we'll get the golden cross soon. Something to keep an eye out on. How's banking doing today? Not much in the world of banking, just flat all around. So flip back into the growth stocks. Probably what you got over there.
Yeah, Eddie's saying no positions, Brad. No, I think they just possibly reset the blotter thing over there. But I'm still holding my Tupperware and still holding my Teledoc over here. Tupperware Like I said, I'm gonna give it back to my stop, and holding it to my stop. It did come back to my average price though, and bounced off of that slightly. I mean, we're still hanging out by 1 penny off the average price, so I shouldn't even say bouncing. Let's see if we can make that round one back towards $2, or do we get the head and shoulders on the 1 minute end? The infamous quadruple from Sharif will be heard throughout the office. So I can't wait to see that one playing out too, because then we could possibly flip short. I don't think I can short this stock though, because we might have to pay for shorts, and you know I don't do that. So we're gonna stay away from that one. What'd you say? Unless it's 8:30 in the morning, I don't pay for shorts. I only like to pay for shorts for trades that work off the open. If it's not right off the open, I don't pay for shorts. This is not worth my headache. Because for me, I need the trade. My best trades are off of 8:30, 9:30 moves, and 9:30 is my best setup ever. Look at Boeing. I mean, I can show you yesterday or the day before that. J&J, UPS before that. So
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
let's talk about UPSD today.
It was actually okay.
Let's talk about UPSD today. I mean, this stock still, I got hurt a little bit. I tried to take the 65 breakout, didn't work out for me, but it made that monster run up towards 65. It tried to take out yesterday's high. It failed, but it tried to, and it's still making that run towards that gap close of 75-ish dollars or so. UPSD flat on the day today. It is still very much in yesterday's range, but this stock is getting ready to rip.
It's like several $100%.
I
mean,
want to say
Max was looking at
I want to say 234%.
No number, is it? Is
234.
Did you look it up?
234. I'm just saying 234.
All right, okay. So here is the daily on Upstart, guys. Let's look at the daily real quick. It's been a hell of a year for this company, guys.
500?
Yeah, since May. Look, not even
so
on
starting
the year.
of the year, June.
Look at it,
January, sorry, June.
This
January.
right here, this level. This is May 9th, probably, and the price was $12.50.
I guess that's the bottom, yeah.
That's $12.50. We find ourselves at $65.64 the high. Yeah, that's times 5, exactly. 12 times 5 is 60. So, yeah, good look on Upstart there. But yeah, I know these buy now, pay later names will really hurt the last little bit as a consumer suffered, right? Especially with respect to goods. These guys are usually, they're financing you for goods, not services. So, a good look there on Upstart. Shinobi saying that AMD was making a move. Let's have a look at AMD here real quick. Let's have a look. Let's see if he's accurate. Here's a 3-minute on AMD. You get a bit of a higher low. We just need a higher high here. We're at VWAP 110.50. What was yesterday's close? Yesterday's close all the way up here, 113 on the dot. So we're $3 or $2.50, sorry, removed from yesterday's close, down 2.25%. We're at VWAP. Last time we got up to VWAP, it was a rejection here. Got up to 110.60 and then retraced right back down to 110. But the saving grace, you will see, is this higher low. Do we make another higher high and retrace to the top here? Well, having a look at the future, we did make a lower low on the NASDAQ. Here's the 15 on the NQ September contract. We dipped down into 15,515 as a low a day. Last dip down, though, was 15,541, so a higher low. Are we going to get a pump here to the high side as we await Papa Powell, who is now an hour and 24 minutes away, the Katina Man hitting the bang, from getting on the mic? We're expecting that 25 basis point rate hike. That'll come 2 o'clock. With it will be the statement by the Fed that's often scrutinized by analysts and market participants. They look for words that have been added, words have been removed. Brendo often has a comparator between the previous statement released and the one currently released, and then they kind of highlight which words have been struck out and added. So that's always a good look there.
Okay.
All right, comparator? We're going to have to find out. We're going to have to find out. Let's find out. I hope I hit that word on the day button, so I got to put my money where my mouth is. Hey, comparator is there. I'm going to get yelled at.
You mean what you're talking about? Yeah, I knew that's what a competitor meant. I knew that's what a competitor meant. I was like, are you sure that's what it means?
Let's find out. Come. No,
It's like a, it's like an on gate and an or gate. Have you ever done like electric wiring classes? Like it's like one of those. Like I've done this back in the world classes.
Here it is, Bradley. Come to my screen. There it is, baby. Something used as a standard for comparison.
Okay.
Boom. And I'm hitting the thing.
Hit that.
There we go, baby. All right. So essentially, what I was trying to say here was we're gonna.
Why isn't the position board working, bro? I just got into size on Teledoc. I just took the break out of the 2810 breakout. I was talking about it earlier too. So if Teledoc breaks that 2810 area for a possible move down even lower than 28, I want to add to my trade. So now we took the profit from this lot size. We held that lot size, but now we added with that lot size and that lot size. So now our average is pretty much where the 50 period EMA is, and we're going to put the stop there at the 50 period EMA. Now 50 cents in the money on Teledoc, pushing to the downside. So let's take profits on that move over here. Biggity bang bang. Profits rolling in with Teledoc to the long side all day, and now to the short side at the end of the day. Well, it's not end of the day yet. We're still a lot of time left on the day over here, but Cash Moolah rolling in. Tupperware holding that 185 area right now, but struggling to go towards the $2. The game might be done at Tupperware, but we have a setup. We're going to play that setup. We know exactly how much we're going to lose if this trade ends up being wrong for us, and I'm okay with giving. There's myself over the rock.
At Subaru, we say that we're more than a car company, and we feel that every individual should feel welcome within the national parks.
We're really grateful to our corporate sponsors like Subaru, who understand the value in connecting people to our national parks.
Black people, woo!
That 298 level. It just reclaimed VWAP. VWAP was hanging out at 297 and change. It's now up at that 297.60. Meta's pumping here, bro. Here possibly 298 back on the 200 period on my 5-minute chart. What's the price action here show? Looked like we had a bit of, well, not just a bit. We did definitely have resistance at this 297 level. Look at this. This is where we dipped to in the opening range breakdown, and that's the level we rejected initially off that 297 attempted break. Now here comes 298. Meta is going, bro. Meta is pumping to the high side. I don't see a news catalyst. Let me have a look quickly. No. Facebook parent Meta expected to report sales growth as turnaround continues. No, we already know that Meta is reporting after the bell. So maybe some repositioning here. Meta is pumping up 298 and a third now. Here it goes. Meta very strong, proudly. What's your look on that?
I don't know. Look at Meta. I'll be honest with you. I just want to talk about Packed Up and BANC on New York. Remember how I was telling you guys once again at the 4 o'clock stream, these trades will look very similar. Look off the open, right? They had that same bounce. They had that same drop. They had that same rejection again. Consolidation, and then the drop again. Obviously, the price differential is a little bit, but they will be moving around in the same lockstep. I learned this word last night at 4 o'clock. They will be moving at lockstep and moving together until one stock or the other gets deleted off the stock market. I believe it's Pack W getting deleted. Am I right by saying that, Neil? Pack W is the one getting deleted off the market. So Pack W is getting deleted, and they're going to change the company name to Pack W Bank Corp, I believe.
Yes.
And they're going to merge Morgan Chase or whatever, and become one big, huge
Regional
garbage crap bank.
Pretty nice, probably.
I mean, dude, come on, man. I don't understand the banks in America. Like, how are there so many small regional banks, and they just like randomly go bankrupt?
Well, to be fair, I mean they were okay until this whole.
No,
they were decent. They were decent,
fair.
Right? There's different perspectives. I completely understand what you're saying, though. What I do worry about these regional banks, man, they have exposure to commercial real estate. We are hurting in the commercial real estate game. You know what data point I just got about Toronto? Over 12% vacancy in commercial buildings.
Yeah.
That doesn't compare to
COVID,
San
COVID
Francisco.
started that though.
Yeah, but it kind of helped leapfrog it because of the
Okay.
whole hybrid thing.
Yeah.
Remember Maggie? She barely goes into the office. All
Yeah.
she does is just travel, and she's
Yeah.
working from remotely. Anyway, the point is, we're not as bad as San Francisco, which has 30% vacancy downtown. That was like the heart of Silicon Valley, man. Everybody and their mother wanted to live there if you were in the tech game.
Right.
And now it's, you know what it's like there now. And this is a problem we're having, I believe, in most North American cities where there is a high degree of vacancy, relatively speaking, to previous years. And those, the owners are going to have a problem for them. But the debt holders, which are the banks, the regional small banks, are the ones financing a great majority of the C-class commercial. Now, let me iron that out a little bit. There's A-class commercial real estate, which are the new buildings, which have technology integrated and everything newer. And then you have the B, which is, you could be upgraded to A with a little bit of expenditure. And then C, there's just that lower, built in the 1960s, 70s type thing. That one is experiencing way more vacancy rates than the A and B. And those ones are going to give the majority of the problem. And those are the ones held by the majority of the small to mid-sized regional banks. And that's why I'm concerned with that group. But specific with PacWest and California Bank of California, I'm not sure exactly what their specific exposure is. But bad in Michigan too, says M. Mason. Yeah, this is same problem in Australian capital cities, says Trish. Yes, it is a problem, and we are going to have to face it, and it is a reckoning that is coming. Whether or not, a lot of these buildings can get transformed into residential, I hear from engineers that that's a lot easier said than done. We'll have to wait and see. All right, back to the market. Meta still trying to dance with that 298. Again, if you're just joining us, Meta reports after the bell. And if Google is any indication with respect to digital ad sales, which Meta relies on quite a bit, Meta will do well. We'll see, because it looks like digital ad spending creeping back up again as corporations spend more money. You saw that with cloud too, Bradley. Remember last year, cloud kind of the company stopped spending as much on cloud. You saw reductions in Google Cloud, Azure, AWS, and now we're seeing companies start spending money on cloud again. So I think it's one of those similar type things.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how they just picked the word cloud. Now my mind's kind of like racing. I was like, where do you get, like, I like it. I mean, cloud storage in the air, random places in a server. But yeah, my mind just got me in a different space. My ADD got me, that's all it is. Let's see what the market's doing at the moment. It is pulling down, ladies and gentlemen. VWAP rejection on the NASDAQ basket, down 0.72 on the day. S&P 500 down 0.26 on the day, and also pulling back below VWAP, and actually a little bit below VWAP. We're at 45.85 on the S&P 500 market. People in the chat talking about Snapchat. Snapchat held that $10 yesterday all throughout the after hours, and it did so again today off the open. So if you were able to dip by that $10 area, you're laughing, because this stock gave you beautiful SSR opportunities, as it does so every single earnings day. Every earnings day, the stock goes down, triggers SSR, and then bounces the rest of the day off of the level. So if you're seeing this happen, why not just simply trade it? I'll be honest, I tried to trade it. I tried to get into the $10 area. I was way too slow, way too hesitant a bunch of times, and missed the move, and I wasn't willing to punch in like 1009, 1010 areas. And then maybe I should have, right? Just punched in thousands of shares at 1010, have that right up to 1025, make that quick $100 or so, and get the hell out of there. But I was too scared. I was too scared of the trade, and I missed out on it. No risk, no Rari. So Brampton busted this for me once again. So Snapchat over here, the successful hold of the $10 today. This guy is loving my jokes today.
I am, man. You're in a good mood.
T-Doc, I just got stopped out on it. T-Doc, we added on that position over here. We got stopped out, and now it's going back through 28. So taking that profits out. Trade done on Teladoc, making a little bit of a run back to the north side. And the same thing for Tupperware. No positions on board now. We made some of our money back that we donated before going on the show. That is a rare event. That looks like the Mercury's in retrograde at the moment, because this is a very rare event. Usually donating money on the show But today we're making it, so let's go.
Chicago, I think we're misunderstanding each other. I think you think I'm talking about residential real estate because you're telling me about how much a one bedroom costs. No, no, no. I'm not talking about residential real estate at all. I'm talking about commercial real estate, where offices are, where businesses are. That seems to be the issue. So I'm not speaking about residential real estate at all. I don't think we have a residential real estate problem either in this country or in the United States. I think that residential prices continue to rise even in the face of higher interest rates. At least that's the way it is in Toronto. I don't know about anywhere else, but yeah, I just wanted to clarify that because it looks like maybe we were just speaking about different things. So let's have a look here at these markets. A bit of a double bottom maybe here on the ES. Let's see. So it's 45.80. This is the level that I had on here as yesterday's low. Looks like we're right back at that level, Bradley. And we bounced off it a couple times. 45.80 here, 45.80 here. You know, we're not really flying past it. We're at 45.84 at the moment. But it's interesting to see that yesterday's low is holding on the day. Let's see if buyers continue to step up here and pop up the indexes. I'm seeing a bit of a similar look on the NQ. It's just we have a higher, instead of a double bottom, you have a tilted, what is this? You have a tilted bottom of which is higher. So what I'm trying to say is that, you know, if you have a double bottom, it looks like a W, but the right side V higher than the lower side V. And that usually is quite bullish, means that we're not getting to the lows and buyers are stepping up at a higher price. So we'll see if big tech can continue or can echo this move here. We'll see. Let's see what else is being talked about in the chat. Let's see over here, anything going on. MK Raiden, can XBEV break out over VWAP? A long trade there. I haven't looked at XBEV today, to be honest with you. I know that it is moving on the news with Volkswagen. Let's have a look. 28.58% to the good at the moment on XBEV. It just broke above VWAP right now. So I see what you're saying. At 19 3/4, it held 19 quite well. So that dip into 19, you know, broke below it, but a perfunctory break, as private loves when I say, $19 holds, and now we are up at that 19 3/4, reclaiming VWAP. This might be an interesting long. Shout out to you, MK Rating, for this, because we are curling up here. It's just my only concern. Look, the volume on much lower volume. The volume is declining, and that scares me a little bit when we start moving up without the support in the volume. So we'll have to wait and see. But it is a good observation on your part, and I'll definitely put it on the side here. Let's take out Pack Dub and put XBEV. Oops, and we're gonna watch XBEV here and to see what it does at these ranges. I like that. Angry Bear, Microsoft, yes, sir. Microsoft headed south again. Here we go. Let's have a look at what Microsoft is doing. We got down into that 335.50, and this consolidation period held. We're right back down again. Do we make a newer low? Is this going to be a flat bottom break, as Neil likes to say? Yeah, 334.50. That's the level. Let's see if we get down there. We're below VWAP. We're very negative on the day, 4.6% to the south side, having delivered earnings yesterday. And disappointing in their guidance is Microsoft. Still have to read a little bit about the call. I want to see what Satya Nadella had to say with respect to all the different facets here of the business. All right, back to TDOC. TDOC headed north. Again, it looks like it held, that 2780-ish level. I'm not sure what that level's about. Wasn't one that I had earmarked here. In any event, it's pumping back up. And yeah, where are we at here in terms of indicators of price action? See what it does at 25.25. We had a bit of a double bottom there at 25.25 before breaking down. So we'll see if that level comes back into play. Div says waiting to short NEO maybe tomorrow. XBEV sympathy, no news. So NEO's the one without news. XBEV is the one with news. NEO's moving in sympathy. I think that's what you meant. Because XBEV has the catalyst with Volkswagen. All right, Tony Price.
You gotta say it right.
Pardon me?
You gotta say it right.
Maybe. Volkswagen. Yes, you're right, Bradley. Tony Price, Sharif, 120 million is low volume. About which stock are you talking about? I'm not sure what he's talking about. I'm not sure.
Which 120 million?
Yeah.
What stock did 120 million today?
I'm not sure. Maybe just tag me again, Tony. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Bigfoot, Microsoft is a long-term stock. Hold it. Don't trade it. I know, my friend, but this is an
X-Bev,
I didn't say XBEV did low volume.
I guess they just heard.
No. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tony. I didn't say XBEV did low volume. No. I said with respect to the ascent that pop up here on XBEV, what you're looking for is you want to see the move up followed by an increase in volume. You don't want divergence between price action and volume. You don't want price action going up and volume going down. That's not usually a recipe you want. I'm not saying on the day it's done low volume. I didn't mean it that. Let's look here at what everybody else is talking about. Yeah, Bigfoot. With respect to holding it, we're an intraday trading show. We can't hold anything after 4 o'clock. So all the trades that we take are all intraday, and we have
Intraday dating show?
Trading.
That's what ScarJo Radman
Saad Mohammed. I personally like the short on XBEV on the 20 level. Okay, respect that. Let's have a look at what you mean. So yes, there is a period of consolidation here that we danced at 20 before we broke below VWAP. Let's see what the price action brings. I have it on my side chart here to keep an eye on it. MK rating and XBEV could not break this. All right, we'll see. I mean, it's just retracing a VWAP. It needs to make a newer low for the trade to be over here. If it's in a consolidative state where it's kind of dancing between 19 and 3/4 and 19, then you maybe get some volume high when we go into the more liquid part of the day. So let's see what happens there. And yeah, Cup making a move off 180, says Nick W. Bradley.
I'm off it. I'm not touching it again. I'm a hit and run type of guy, right? I don't call my exes once I'm done with them. I leave them in the ditch. I'm not friends with my exes like Sharif, okay? I'm not in a ditch like that or anything. I didn't mean it like that. But I don't talk to them anymore. Okay, that's my ex-girl now. I don't talk to Tupperware. Maybe tomorrow I'll call her, but not today. If there is another setup in trading, I just don't like the setup. That's all I'm saying. All jokes aside, I just don't like the setup on it right now. Disney though, someone in the chat talking about Disney. Can I take a look at Disney? Yeah, for sure. I mean, Disney is. I read an article actually on the way to work today. Brian Cranston. Is it Cranston or Cranston? Cranston. Yeah, Brian Cranston, the guy from Breaking Bad. He was actually giving out a speech at these rallies or strikes and so on. And he specifically picked Bob Iger's name in that speech. Ooh. He said, Bob Iger, we're not going to let you take away our dignity. We're not going to let you use AI and make money off of us and a bunch of other things in there. So I found it very interesting how he picked specifically no other name but Bob Iger. So Disney's getting really targeted over here by the strike. And immediately, yeah, look at that article over there. You can see Disney slams Disney's Bob Iger, artificial intelligence, devil, and so on over there, coming in big articles, blaming Disney, blaming the movie industry and everything across the board that the Writers Guild Association is, struggling with, right? So that guild wants to go to war over here. Apparently, the last time the Guild Association went on strike was in 1976 or something crazy long time ago. And all that did was bring in like the basic stuff like healthcare, pension, and everything. So them going to war right now, they're expecting a big change in the movie industry. They want a lot more stuff to come in, especially they want AI regulations. They don't want people to just be able to rip off your whole face because they have a catalog of data.
You have an image. You have the right to your image, don't know?
With the way they're talking, it sounds like it doesn't. And honestly, if you watch South Park, right? If you watch South Park, I think they recently had an episode where these artists get basically ripped off by this fake Netflix, right? This fake Netflix. Oh, it wasn't South Park. It was actually Black Mirror. So I'll shut up before I ruin it. But it's AI. This company basically uses AI to rip off you know,
Should be
content
allowed to do
creators,
that.
content
That should
creators.
be, yeah.
We're not that far out from doing that.
Yeah,
Man.
I know. What I've seen.
But when you read your phone and you know you're signing up for a new email or whatever, you being a lawyer, do you actually read all those
man,
things?
no,
You hit
who's
consent,
gonna do
consent,
that, bro?
consent.
Of course,
Let's
yeah.
say tomorrow Netflix just makes you hit consent, consent, consent. They're now going through your phone. They're pulling out all your info through your phone because you just say consent.
Pump the brakes. There's regulations instituted about, there's privacy stuff. You know about that. There's all these privacy statutes coming in.
Are we talking about privacy? We're talking about privacy. Not in real life. We're talking about privacy. What does Zuckerberg think about privacy, bro?
I know, but look, he's under the microscope now. I mean, you don't really want to do that.
Microscope
And you saw what Apple did to him. They cut him off from the tracking. So there's stuff coming in. But I hear your point completely. You make absolute sense. If you don't stop them in the tracks, they'll keep taking more ground. You have to institute regulations in order to control that.
So the Guild Association wants that. Actors want it. They don't want to get robbed out of their image and so on. So Disney over here still struggling. But Netflix, I think, kind of holding up, man, because of their international business that they got going. They don't have to worry about the North American industry until it gets back alive, I guess, right? Because they can go pump out amazing TV shows from the Korean industry, from the Indian industry. The Bollywood industry on Netflix is like booming at the moment. It's insane.
Middle Eastern, North Africa.
That's what they call it, that's pretty cool.
Middle Eastern, North Africa. They are spending crazy amounts of money. Netflix, I'm talking about, to hire the top actors there. They're outbidding the Egyptian studios, which, if you understand the way the Middle East works, most of the movies that come out are from Egypt. That's just the way it is. It's kind of like the Bollywood of the Middle East.
Right.
Other places are catching up and stuff, but in general, that's what it is. And they're being outbid. They can't compete against American companies. Netflix coming in with Big Bang. Yeah, of course.
Big Bang take Little Bang.
Absolutely. Nicole, shout out to Hotlina. Thanks for the $2 super chat. Nicole asks, request access to API. Given all your info for API. Yeah, you're not wrong, Nicole. I know that if you don't check these companies in the tracks, they'll take more ground. I don't disagree with Bradley on that. I just feel that there is some safety nets here. It's not a free fall.
I left and came right back. Like you act like I don't fucking make money.
It's FFA all day,
like
baby.
people don't call
For
me
all day.
What you talking about?
Nollywood. What's Nollywood?
And then I had to pay a fucking light bill.
Nigerian,
So what are you talking about?
movie industry. I'm guessing.
That's saying I be going. I need to
I'm not
handle
talking about
business.
sub-Saharan
If
Africa.
I'm not here, you know what the fuck I'm doing, right?
So MENA, Middle East, and North Africa. That's what it's like. I'm not even talking about.
You know what I mean? Like, what kind of sense does that make?
You're right. You absolutely
what else we got here? Bradley, where are we at?
But one thing about it though, I pay the fucking bills, and you know what the fuck I'm doing when I leave here. Every time I fucking leave, majority of the time when I'm here.
Yeah, totally.
And I leave. What do I do?
What else we got?
Because otherwise, I'd be right here in this fucking house,
What else we got?
not doing shit. You know everything I'm doing, right? When you go,
moving, and videos.
What about one
Look, I mean, I know it's down.
I'm here in this fucking house, and you know everything I'm doing.
It's kind of interesting, especially if we do get a move here.
No.
Especially on the
house.
Anyway, and video double bottom now approaching VWAP at that 452 level. A new high comes to be
no problem with it. Because the problem is you bringing up me not being here, and you talking about why wasn't I here? Like
far
what the
below
fuck are
that
you talking about?
456.80.
I didn't say
You
why
closed that yesterday. So
why would you say yes?
keeping an eye on Big
Because I wanted some fucking food. It's just like when I called you, and I know you wanted food, but you ain't answer the phone.
Running on the day like WW.
But I know you wanted food, so you was home. You had to act when you hung up.
T-Doc and the light price.
The only difference is I answered the phone when you called me and asked if I wanted some food. That's the only fucking difference.
Yeah, what do you got over there, Bradley?
I'm just debating if I want a short teledoc right now. Around this 50 period, 100 period EMA on the 1 minute chart, but if you're looking at on the 5 minute or the 3 minute, don't like the confluence. I mean, there is no confluence.
And let's just agree to disagree because we don't understand each other. Because you really don't understand. You really sit here and say there's two different scenarios, but it's the same situation.
/50 period on the 5 minute.
Only difference is
and actually
I answered the phone when you first called.
Moved there, so I'm pretty happy with my exits. And I'm just wondering if there is a possible short
even though it's two different scenarios, what's the difference between
the 1 minute, but if we do push back below the EMAs over here on the 1 minute time period, There could be something here, but hey, you're seeing the channel that we created. We're creating higher lows, higher highs. We're marching back to the north side, and I think
Because I'm gonna be home when I get here. If somebody just called me, I'm catching a flight.
But it's like you didn't, like, obviously, if you're saying yes, I want that.
have the move, the strength, the willpower, or the buyers. That's all it takes at the end of the day. Doesn't